Hello food lovers, this is Tony. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trophy Food Experiences. Today I'm reviewing a dinner I had at Vidge's restaurant, which is located at 3106 Cambie Street in Vancouver. It is a restaurant owned by Vikram Vidge, who's a very famous culinary chef of Southeast Asian cuisine here. It's around Cambie and 16th, and I haven't been to this restaurant for many years. I was there when they first opened up back in the 1990s, and I went there many times and really enjoyed the food. At that time when it opened, it was one of the top high-end restaurants when it first opened in late 19. I think it opened in 1994, but all through the 1990s and maybe the early 2000s, very top-end restaurant. And so I was excited to go back to see what their restaurant is like, particularly now that they have a Bib Gourmand rating from Michelin. From the outside, the building kind of looks like a big box. And you can't really see it, but actually in the inside, it's very nice. It's got a lower area, which is more like a bar area, and then the upstairs dining room, which is where I was sitting, and this is a view of the upstairs. Quite a nice environment and quite soothing, very spacious. So I really was like the ambiance of the restaurant. Another shot of the restaurant. It seems like they have a lot of staff that have been there for many years. So it's more like an old school type of service where people have personalities, which is good and bad. Some people enjoy people with personality, some people don't. So they can sometimes, they won't be just politically correct. They'll be sometimes say off-putting things or funny things, depending on how you take it. So that's kind of how I felt about our waiter. He was okay. He was a personality, obviously. Yeah, you get some uniqueness and a quirkiness. So that's maybe just that's how kind of old school Vancouver was. Waiters had much more personality, so that's debatable whether that's a good or bad thing. They start you off before even giving you the menus with a hot cup of cha, and who can resist this beautiful? It's kind of like light tea with some milk and some sugar, so it's beautiful. I love chai tea, and it's great. So nice start to the night. They also then start you off with some complimentary appetizers. So the first thing is kind of a wafer with some nuts and some almonds on it, and then the other one is I think it's like a potato pankara. So had we known that, we probably wouldn't have ordered the cauliflower pankara, which you'll see later on in this video. But nice start. Again, nice. These are both complimentary. This and the chai is also complimentary. They have some really interesting cocktails, so I decided to have a cocktail. This is Mumbai Nights. It's probably not great picture of it, but it was delicious. It's inspired by the vibrant nightlife of India's most cosmopolitan city, and it's a refreshing and stylish drink. So it's Belvedere vodka, pomegranate, lillet, lime, rose, and black cardamom for $15. Loved the drink. It was nice and very tart and acidic, and I loved it. So got the pomegranate taste. So I really like this drink. My wife had a non-alcoholic drink. She had the Marguerite Daisy, which is aloe, lumet, bright lights, botanical distillate, agave syrup, white pepper, citrus peel syrup, lime, and sea salt. So basically a virgin margarita, but delicious for $12. The first appetizer we had, when we all shared this family style, was the cauliflower, spinach, and potato pankaras with date tamarind chutney for $15.50. Nice dish. Liked it, but very similar to the pankara that we had as a complimentary. So it's kind of, if we known we were going to get some complimentary pankara, then we wouldn't have ordered this. But likewise, you're not sure what you're going to get. I don't know if they changed the complimentary treats that they give you. So It was good. We enjoyed it, and of course the sauce was the chutney really added some flavor to it, and a little bit of spice, which you're looking for from Indian cuisine, and so I enjoyed that. Also, well paired really well with my drink. Next was the potato and bell pepper samosa with date tamarind chutney. It's $10.50 for each one. I guess in hindsight, we probably should have ordered one or the other of the pankura or the samosa, which are quite similar. You can see even in the design and the sauce, a little bit similar. Both of them are great. And I'll just note that none of these I felt were very hot in terms of didn't have heat. They had spice, which is a lot different to me than hot like chili pepper hot. So I enjoy spice. Some people don't, but one thing with spice, it does linger in your mouth. It's got a long aftertaste, which I enjoy. But some people don't like it as much. I didn't think any of this the food that we had was like hot, like chili pepper hot in terms of heat. Next appetizer was the eggplant in yogurt and tomato curry with onion rings for $16. Um, Again, on the blander side of dishes, it wasn't that spicy. Although the heat, the spice actually hits you in the aftertaste a little bit more. I didn't think it was like hot in terms of chili pepper hot either. So a nice dish, I thought, and I liked the flavors. They were different than the other appetizer dishes. Again, everything is served family style. The dish portions are quite large, so it is easy to, like, we had four people, so we shared three appetizers and a couple of mains. With each main, they come with rice and the naan. And the naan is just delicious. It's nice and puffy. It's not kind of like flatbread. It's more like real bread, which is nice and soft and fluffy. So I enjoyed the naan. This was the BC pork tenderloin in tangy, creamy cayenne curry for $17. Another appetizer dish. So we did have, I think, four appetizers, sorry, instead of what I said before. And so this one, again, it was fairly mild. The spice was quite mild, but it was a good dish. I thought the pork tenderloin was nice. It was tender, but it was a little bit kind of muted down, or in terms of the spice content and the intensity of flavors. Next dish is the chicken in creamy Bengali style curry with spiced new potatoes and sprouted lentil salad for $31. There's two chicken curry dishes. The other one is a coconut curry chicken. So we chose this one. And again, not that spicy, quite frankly, quite mild. I like the lentil salad as a kind of a change or a contrast in terms of both texture and taste. So again, a nice dish. Nothing wrong with any of these dishes. The only knock I would say is, to my expectation, it was not as spicy or flavorful as I would have expected. So it almost like looked to me like it was almost a North Americanized East Indian meal, and kind of more suited towards a more mainstream type palate. This is one of Vidge's signature dishes, which is the wine marinated lamb popsicle in fenugreek cream curry on turmeric and spiced potatoes. $13.50 for each one. In my opinion, it's just like lamb chops, quite frankly, but it's nice. The lamb was good. The sauce was flavorful, so I like the dish. So I guess it's a nice way to advertise it as lamb popsicles, but to me, it's just like lamb chops. Last dish we had was kale jackfruit cauliflower in coconut curry with spiced pumpkin seeds for $24. Like the dish, we wanted to try this because it was a vegetable dish, and also I wanted to try jackfruit. So jackfruit is really just like artichokes. It's got it's almost like a preserved vegetable type taste. It's very sour, and so in hindsight, this would be great with the lamb popsicles or the tenderloin. All in all, the meal was great. No problem with any of the food. I thought it was a little bit not as intense as I thought it would be in terms of the spice. We were surprised at first that it was under the Bib Gourmand rating with Michelin, because that means you have to have a meal, 2 courses plus a glass of wine or dessert for $60 a person. And we did actually do that. We had, each have a cocktail. We had lots of food, and we were under $60 a person. So I think Michelin got it right with the Bib Gourmand rating. I don't think it's a 1-star Michelin quality in terms of the food, but I would still really recommend it to everyone, including tourists and anyone in Vancouver. It's a nice place to go. It's a nice restaurant. It's a nice place out. Service is pretty good. Food is, quite good. It's quite mainstream, I would say. But I don't think it reaches the 1-star Michelin quality. So I think Michelin really got it quite right on this rating. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy eating.